We're doing it. You can hear me now, I bet. I bet you can hear me now because I just turned on the volume. There we go.
Ah, see, that's why I didn't want to start until I knew.
Nailed it. We're
Aha,
professionals.
okay, now we're cooking with Crisco. This is why we need to have
We're so
people
good at this.
listening. We're getting there. It's fine. I haven't streamed in a long
So
time.
good at this.
God, there were times where, like, when I was a newer streamer that, like, I went for so fucking long without having my sound on and just
Oof.
went back to, like, use the VODs for videos and just, I had nothing. I
Oof.
also did one where I did pre-recorded things on Streamlabs and had people on. I think you might have been part of it. I can't remember. Were you there for the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire thing? I can't remember. But anyway, we did
I
like a
don't
Who Wants
remember.
to Be a Millionaire
I don't think
stream,
so.
and like 3 of the videos that I recorded on Streamlabs ended up being garbage, and I only had the video and no audio because I fucking didn't turn it on. I recorded 3 in a row that day and fucking had shit. Anyway, are you ready, Dan?
No, hang on one sec.
Oh no.
About to hear some really loud music for a second.
What's happening over there?
I wanted to add the background music. Add this.
You want to add the background music to the stream?
On stream, yeah. So it started
so
at full volume. So sorry in a second when everything goes clearly loud.
Well, people that are on the stream, let us know if it's too loud.
Hitch.
But
Hitch.
So hey, anyway, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, non-binary folks in the universe is known and unknown. This is That's Okay, or TOQ for short, where we take your questions and questions from the internet, and we answer them as if anybody really actually cares that much about what we have to say. Although there are a select few, the happy few, who come to our streams and our YouTube channels and our website, and they give us questions. So if you're a visitor on the stream, if you're a visitor on the website, or if you go to our YouTube channel and you have a question you want us to answer, we haven't gotten any in a couple of months. You know, we're having a dry spell here, and we need to, we need to get back into it. So if you have any live questions
Ooh,
or
no
questions you want
answers
to shoot,
November.
yeah, that's right. No, no, no answers. August coming up.
It's August.
Yeah.
What the hell month is it? It's June.
It's
God,
June. Plus,
it's already
God,
June.
no jokes. July is coming up.
No
That's rough.
jokes.
That's
July. It was indeed too loud, and it's quiet again.
Fresh.
Okay, great.
You know you can turn that down before you put it on there,
I
right?
couldn't. No.
The fuck.
I don't think I am able to.
Anyway, we have a question here, but before we get to it, Danny, I was hoping you would share some good news because I know there's a little bit of a change. As much as you're allowed to share that you feel comfortable to share, but I do think it's exciting. I'm very happy for you, and I just want, because I think you've mentioned on the show before a struggle. So
It's true.
Are you willing to talk
and
about
everybody,
it?
No, it's fine. Everybody,
okay.
Your boy's employed. Heck
your boy's
yeah.
employed.
Your boy's employed. I don't start yet, but I'm still doing the pre-boarding stuff. But yeah, I finally got a job.
Start?
I start the 22nd.
22nd.
I
still got a couple more weeks.
Still got a little bit, and
but
it's a couple weeks because it is an insane amount of stuff they want me to do.
Yeah. Oh man, I started at some jobs where like you have to get certain like background checks from like 3 different sources. You have to get like child abuse. You have to get like 2 different kind of drug screenings and like schedule like a full-on physical at one point.
I was just telling Dad right before we started that I had to do a background check. I had to do my first like real drug test where it's like you don't just pee in a cup, but you pee in a cup with all your stuff locked in a room. It had a thermometer on it so that they could tell if the temperature was off.
What?
That's
crazy.
I had to submit photos of my passport and then immediately schedule an interview with a live representative to show them my passport so that they could verify that the photos I sent in are of me with my passport. It was a whole thing. It's insane.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to say the name of the company or anything.
Oh, I don't have the clearance to do that.
Yeah. What is the job? Like, what will you be doing?
I'm basically going to be doing inventory for a pharmaceutical lab.
Interesting. So is that maintaining inventory? Is that acquiring things? Like, what does that mean?
It's maintaining. They have a whole warehouse that's going to make deliveries of the equipment. It's my job to order the equipment, and then once they're
So you're
delivered,
procurement
I
as
have
well.
to. Yes. Well, kind of, but I'm ordering it right from the warehouse. It's not like,
You're ordering it off of your own stock.
yeah.
Yeah, the food
And
bank
then
I
once
work
they
at does that
deliver
too.
it, it's my job to inventory it and make sure everything is where it needs to be. Some of it needs to be refrigerated, some of it doesn't.
That's
Stuff
so
like that.
fascinating that because Danny, you interviewed at this place for what, 3 different jobs at the same company or 2
Oh,
jobs?
I have about 80 applications in with them.
With
Active.
them? With them? They had 80 positions open?
No, I have 8. Well, I guess they do because I have 80 applications going through with them right now. And this
How does
one
that even?
finally took.
Because
Well,
you
because
had
I can
multiple
get into
interviews
my.
though, didn't you?
I had multiple interviews for the same position, like different openings of the same position, yes.
Different openings of the same
Like
position?
they posted a job, I went to the interview for that job, but didn't get it. And then they posted the same job, but
Oh,
they needed more than one person. I got the interview again, talked to
that's
the
so
same
funny.
people, didn't get the job.
That's insane. Why wouldn't they just call you and be like, we already talked to you
I
twice?
don't
Like,
know. They even mentioned it when I went into the interview the second time. The guy was like, "Weren't you here before? Are you still looking for a job?" I was like, yes, I am."
no, I'm just here because I really love practicing interviews.
But yeah,
What the?
something finally worked out. The stars aligned. And yeah, I start on the 22nd. Very excited. This is gonna be cool.
Yeah, man, that's great. Is that? Correct me if I'm wrong. I thought you said you also applied there for an accounting position.
I did.
Did you interview for that one too?
I did, and I did
You
not get
did.
that one.
So you interviewed you. So you did also interview multiple times for different positions at the same company.
All in all, I've done 5 or 6 interviews for this company.
And one of them was a
One of them
different job
finally worked
entirely.
out. Two
Like
of
your
them were.
actual
Well,
like your actual
this
specialty is
one was not
accounting.
the one that I went for 3 times either. I had 3 different positions that I interviewed for.
That's what I thought you did. You said, okay. What were the other 2 positions?
One was just working in the lab, helping process things,
Like
and
a
then the
lab
other one
assistant,
was accounts receivable stuff.
which is crazy that you didn't get that one because that's like what your bread and butter is. Fucking crazy.
Next time.
I'm
That's all
excited
right.
for you though to
At
kind of
least
have.
with this, I have a job, I have a paycheck coming in, and I can use that as a springboard to move around the company,
You
maybe
can
even go
always
back to
move
school or
laterally or
something.
up.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's something.
Um,
So I'll take it.
yeah. Somebody leaves the accounting. You go, well, hey, I could probably like do that like while I'm done
Yep.
managing the inventory. And they're like,
Yeah,
oh,
that
can
was
we
a bit
just
of a
do?
bummer because that one was like fully remote, heavy in Excel.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
I'm interested to hear how it goes, though, man. I'm super excited for you. I've been thinking about you, and I was wondering about like if that took hold because you had mentioned that place several times. I was like, they've gotta like be at this
It's
point
I
just
was
like
like, it's got to do
this guy
something.
practically works here.
It was it was funny because we didn't do TOQ last week because I was in Texas for a wedding. And not only was there a wedding, but the day before the wedding was Umbaluga and I's 10-year wedding anniversary. And I got the email that night that I got the job.
Nice.
So it was like a nice little ending to our 10-year anniversary.
Yeah, the next 10 years, a different thing entirely. So
Mm-hmm.
exciting. Well, yeah. So you got a couple more weeks just to kind of get all your other ducks in a row, but that's exciting, man. I've been
Yeah, it should
like,
be good. I'm very excited
yeah,
for it.
yeah, me too. I think I. Do you get the impression like is it a bigger like you said like all these other things, all these other applications? So like is it a large company?
Yes, it is. And it's a company that is continuing to get larger with no signs of slowing down. The one downside, I guess, for me with this job, this building that I have to deliver around is huge.
You're gonna get a lot of steps in.
Yeah, it's like 5 or 6 city blocks long. and
Holy shit.
they have labs all over the place, and I'm gonna have to go all over which way.
That's like so anti you. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Because you and I are talking about how like you don't like to park very far, you prefer not to have to move.
Yep.
Danny, you're gonna be fucking dude. You're gonna
I'm
have
gonna
like
be
some solid
shredded.
ass legs, man. You're gonna be fucking like
I
leg
already
day.
warned Mbaluga. I'm like, these daily walks, if once I start this job, that ain't happening. I'm sorry, but my job is gonna be my daily walkies.
They don't give you like a little a motorized pallet jack to like scoot around on and shit.
No, sir, I got a good set of getaway sticks. That's what I
Yeah.
use.
What do they give you, a little cart to push around?
No, I don't even need it because they deliver the goods. Sorry, wires. They deliver the goods to the lab. It's, I don't
Oh,
have
so
to
you're not
cart
delivering
them.
it.
No, I'm not delivering it. I am just inventorying it and taking the
I
delivery and
see.
putting it where it needs to go.
I mean, they should get you like a little scooter. You can just
Right?
scoot around.
Give me like a razor scooter or like a hoverboard. Give me a hoverboard.
Yeah, yeah. Or those what are those big wheels I see all the kids riding around on these days? Those big wheels are pretty cool.
We started watching Falling Skies while we were gone. Great show. And as a product of its time at the start, it's one kid's birthday and they give him a ripstick. You remember what ripstick is?
A ripstick. Is
Yeah.
that's not like the real big like you pull it off and it does a little spinny thing like a giant Beyblade?
Mm-mm.
No, then what's a
This
ripstick?
was oh god, how do you even describe it? It's like a
Yeah, we'll look it up.
skateboard with only two wheels and the middle
Oh,
twists,
yes.
and you were supposed to like shimmy with it in order
Yeah,
to move around.
yes, I do remember
When
these. I
when the
forgot that's
kid
what those were
when the
called.
kid rode around on that, I was like, oh man, the nostalgia.
Oh yeah, I would eat shit on that though. Those
Oh,
I would.
absolutely.
Yeah, I know exactly. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. It almost looks like the each end of the skateboard is kind of like looks like it's pedals, like
Yeah.
just like two little
It
fins
was
that
it
you just
was
kind of.
prime. We don't care about safety right now.
Oh
Era.
yeah,
That
racing scooters
Heelys,
too, man.
Razor scooters.
I've hurt myself on those a lot. I got so
Yeah.
many shin dings from fucking riding on a razor
I loved
scooter.
my Razor scooter, man.
Oh
Thing was awesome.
God, the shit that people learn how to do on those, and I'm like, I can barely go down a hill without
Oh,
hurting
I
myself.
was able to go no-handed and do
Ugh,
ollies on it.
woof. Yeah, I don't know, man. My
That was
shins are
fun.
hurting just thinking
I
about
love
it.
those. Well, we get now.
Yeah, there's so many physical things I want to learn how to do, but I'm like, if I fall once, I'm probably
That's
fucked
it.
forever. Like, I want to go back to learning how to skate, but like falling one real bad fall like that one summer, like really shook me. I was like, fuck, that hurt. It took me
Mhm.
so long to recover from a skate fall. I was like, shit, dude.
Last time
Um,
Beluga and I went snowboarding, we don't know how to stop. So to stop, we just fall on purpose.
yeah.
And
You're like, oh, guess I'll die.
yeah, I try to fall backwards, and just kind of skate on my ass. And I hit a lip and it flung me forward and knocked the wind out of me. And I was like,
Mhm.
done for the rest of the day. I was like, that's it. I'm done.
No, I don't blame you, not a one bit. um, when my first big fall for skating, I've had a few, but my first big one, I went down like a new series of sidewalks, and right alongside like this new river project, like a few years ago, they were working on what they called like the riverfront project or some shit. And God, I fell during like I was the sidewalk I was on was right along like a main drag of highway, and there was a red light there, and like everybody stopped at the red light, and for some reason my dumb ass started looking at the cars like, oh wow, it's a different way to kind of look at the cars. Look at me, I'm on wheels like you, just like ADHD moment, and like I hit something and fucking like hit my right ribs on the ground and bruised my whole right side, that when I took my shirt off later and looked at how bad I actually hurt myself, I swear to God, it looked like the country of Africa on my body.
Oh,
Like it started like really small at the bottom, worked its way up, and was like this big fucking heart-shaped looking thing. And I was like, I have a continent on my body. And dude, it was just all purple. Like I was like, oh God. God, that was so bad. Scared the shit out of me, knocked the wind right out of me, and people were like in traffic, and one guy like yells out the window, he goes, "Buddy, you okay? Like, do you need help? Do you want me to call somebody?" I was like, "No, no, I'm fine."
I remember, man. I remember when I used to be able to get hurt and just bounce back. Those were the good old times.
Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to get back to that now.
Yeah, I don't know if
But
we can.
also, chiming in on the chat, Paint the Stars says we were in downtown the other day, and a full-on businessman crossed the street on a razor scooter, briefcase and everything. What the fuck?
I
That's like
aspire to be that man.
that's
I would
that's
love
a
that.
what do the kids say? That's a mood.
That's a mood. Big mood.
I don't know what that mood is.
Oh
but
my
it's a
god, you're
mood.
so unk. Ew.
Yeah.
When
I said the words earlier during our lunch. I said the word low-genuinely, and everybody was like, looked at me, they're like,
oh ew.
and I didn't say it. I didn't say it. I didn't say like low-genuinely. I didn't say it genuinely. You know, like,
Yeah.
no, like they were just
Instantly
like,
uncool.
and then I said chuggy and bustin', and I think I forget what else the fuck I said. I can't remember, but. Like, I'm just like, God, I hate that they feel like they have to invent words instead of just learn the fucking words and use them in a sentence.
Oh yeah, well, that's because they can't read it. Anyway, Adam,
Which
can
is
I
upsetting.
before we start, can I tell you about a dream I had of you?
Yeah, actually, I would love if you told me my dream you had of me. Did I have animal parts?
You did not actually. This was
Okay.
you at work, and this was honestly
at work.
probably one of the most normal dreams I've ever had.
That's funny.
It was you at work designing a new like team building kind of company spirit kind of thing like you did with the plushies and everything.
Yeah.
And this one, I wanted to tell you about it because I was like, this actually sounds like a really cool Adam idea. What you did was you got a cheap digital camera and you took a selfie with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you took a selfie with someone else with it. And then you gave them the camera and said they had to take a selfie with someone else. And then give
That's
them the
fun.
camera. And then you printed all the pictures so it was you, then you and A and B, B and C, C and D.
That's
And I
don't know
woke up
what
that morning and I was like, I have to tell him about that. I bet you he would do that.
Yeah, like it's funny you say that because I'm like working on like a new initiative to like connect people, and I'm also working on like a new professional development idea through this employee group I'm in. And somebody just asked me the other day because like Jerry Tomato is what you're referring to, and I was passing like this giant red tomato ball
Yes.
around the food bank. Somebody recently was like, "Where's Jerry been? I haven't seen him in a while. You should bring him back out." And he's like currently hiding under my desk because like I don't know what to do with him anymore because it kind of ran its course. But that is absolutely something that I would do. I just like take this and take a picture of yourself with someone else.
Take a selfie with somebody and then give them the camera and have them do the
You know
same
what, Danny?
thing.
I might just do something like that just for you and then show you the pictures because
I would be honored.
I don't know how I would blend them all together to
Oh
do
my!
that.
So
It'd be a lot of Photoshop.
in my dream, you just had like the conspiracy theorist hack board.
Oh, yeah, they're
with
just like,
pictures all over.
oh my god.
And you were showing it to me, and you were like, "Yeah, welcome. You know, you finally get to see where I work. This is my latest project."
Oh, dude, I would love.
You were
I
so
would love
proud
to
of
show
it.
you- Yeah, I love shit like that, dude. I just started pitching like a board within the food bank that's not the main board that owns the food bank, and it's a board of like, because we have these things called employee groups that like facilitate different activities or kind of support in like their own way that you can join. And I was like, I just took the leadership of one of them like about a month or ish ago. I was like, so I got put into like a new group chat where like some of the other leaders are in there, and I was like, there's not enough people in here. And there's stuff I want to do with all of you, but when you're not all here, I realize that we don't do enough stuff together as like a combined unit. Should we guys like do? You guys want to like do a thing, like
Guys
all of
wanna go
us
do something?
And they were like, well, what do you mean? I was like, you guys want to have like a board? There's like a board of all of us, and we all just decide together like big things that happen if all of us voice at the same time we want to do something. They're like, oh, like how do we do that? So I asked the director today. I was like, hey, if I just wanted to fucking do a thing, can I just do it? And he's like, yeah, I don't see why you would need our permission to do that. And I was like, sick. So I want to go back on Monday and be like, guys, guess the fuck what I just found out. I was like, 'cause I'm really in like a ask forgiveness later kind of thing. I'm like, no one said I couldn't. So I'm just do it.
Yeah, because you're such a bad boy. You're gonna get in so much trouble, I'm sure.
I am trying to disrupt in the right way. Oh,
There you
Danny,
go.
man, we haven't even gotten to the question yet. I could tell you this whole other fucking story that's been happening to me over the last
You know
7
what?
days.
No,
That,
go ahead. People,
dude,
you're gonna have to sit and wait on this one. It's been 2 weeks, all right? I'm sorry, but Dadam and I have to catch up. This is very important.
well, I don't know how much I can share, but I'll tell you this, man, that like I was talking to HR a lot over the like past couple of days. And for the first time, me and the HR director got into like a little spat because of a question I had asked during like an
Such a bad
HR
boy.
like an HR uh it's like a designated time that like they create for you to show up and ask HR questions
Okay.
essentially. And so I showed up and asked a specific kind of question while the union rep for the people who work in our warehouse was there, and it turned into a whole Adam's trying to start a union thing, and it was just very interesting.
Oh,
And just it created, there's just so much that happened, like there was a lot of ebb and flow, and it just was a lot of toss. It was just, God, it's just hard because like I don't know how much to say because people know where I work, and I don't want it to come off as like, oh, there's like trouble brewing in the food bank, because there isn't. It just like there was like this crazy weird misunderstanding that just led to like me being at odds with all of HR at one point. And I was like, how did I get myself in this predicament? Only for like another director and my supervisor at one point to be like, yeah, you're not in trouble. I don't know why HR thinks this. Another guy came in and was like, yeah, don't even worry about that. They're crazy. You didn't do anything wrong. You went and did the right thing. They just took it the wrong way. That's on them. And it was like a whole crazy thing. And then I made up with them. And then the big bad HR lady that everybody doesn't like, I ended up being even closer with, which was crazy because most people don't trust her. And I'm like, I think you're just like the whole HR. We're scared of HR. So I've been trying to work on connecting people to HR and executive leadership as like, don't be afraid of the people who are in charge. They're people too. And also trying to bring challenges from people at my level up, because people often don't know who to turn to. And so me just like poking around like made people think I was trying to start a union, because I asked the question like, well, if you get in trouble, can you have a friend there with you? Like if you sign a paper that says like you can be there, like to like be support. And they were like,
Isn't
because
that
like
crazy
moments
that just
before
being
that,
like, hey, can I have one person help me immediately sends red flags?
right? Because like the
The times we
union
live
rep
in.
was there because our warehouse workers have a union from like a 30-year-old initiative that happened long before, and so that JD's never got rid of it. And so he was talking about like why that they have like a rep that they can elect to come and speak on your behalf or be there with you. And so I asked loosely, I said, is that like, without like the representative thing, can I just have like a buddy if I'm in trouble, like be in the room as like a witness? And it just started this whole thing, and it just really got the fuck away from me. And I was like, I didn't know this was gonna be that
I
big.
didn't mean it.
And it was like crazy. And then like after it was all said and done, the director of my team, which is supply chain strategy, came up to me and goes, man, even if you were trying to start a union, this is a non-retaliatory company. No one can fire you for trying to start a union. He's like, so like you didn't do anything. Even if you told me right now you can't get fired for that. And I'm like, cool, man. I really appreciate you telling me
Cool.
that.
Hey, will you sign this?
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Hey, so anyway, and just to troll some people, I have like one of those little desk mates at my desk that says like if you're in a meeting or whatever, and on the very back page it's just a dry erase section. And so I always write like a little funny doodle or like a joke or something there every week for people to laugh at or ask questions about. And I just wrote the words onion eyes on there. And one person said, it's onion eyes. And I was like, oh, like the song, Onion Eyes. And they're like, oh, okay, whatever. Another person comes up, she gives me something to sign, like for like a collab that we're doing. And she goes, Onion Eyes, what's that? Oh, I get it. And I was like, I knew you would, because she's one of the people I talked to about. She goes, oh, onion eyes. Yeah, onion. Onion eyes, maybe.
You have to
Anyway,
unionize.
yeah, it was just a very funny, but also very stressful week. And yeah, I wish I could say more, but like I don't want to paint the food bank in a bad way, because like ended up having some really good conversations with the people involved, and like a lot of it was just like assumption all around, and that's all the more reason to just like talk shit out instead of just like wait for it, or let people
Mm-hmm.
let rumors spread. um and then my director said one of the sweetest, because my supervisor had been out, she was having some family challenges, and so my I was speaking a lot more to the director, who was like her supervisor. And he said one of the nicest things to me when I talked to him before the big talk, because he just said, "Hey man, I just want to check in. Like, how's everything going? Like, I know this has kind of gotten out of hand, and like I'm trying to help you kind of work through it because I've known this person for a long time, and she really expressed how like she thought you guys had a good relationship, so she wants to patch it, and you said the same thing." So as we were talking, he told me at the end of our chat, I don't remember the exact words, but essentially he said, he's like, "I don't say this about a lot of people, but I think that you are a very excellent and very sincere communicator," which is really sweet of him to say. And he said, like, I don't say this about everybody because frankly, not everybody is. He's like, "But I appreciate that you have good intentions, that you always follow up, that you tell people what you mean, that you try to, you try to get in front of problems. When a problem does happen, you always want to try to wrap it up and get in front of that too." He's like, "Not everybody makes that kind of effort, and like, I think the team is better for you here because everybody around the food bank like appreciates that you reach out to them and that you try to connect with them, and like, I just wanted you to know that's not unseen. People see what you do." And that was just a really nice thing to hear when I was already like really stressed out about everything that had been
Yeah,
going
no,
on.
that's very nice.
And so I went to all the right people in the very beginning, the moment that thing happened, and I was like, "Hey, I think this something bad happened." I talked to all the right people and tried to get in front of it. And he was like, "Man, you like did so much work that you didn't have to do." It was just a really nice thing to hear, because like you don't always know. I think we probably talked about it on the show before, but like not everybody knows what you think of them. You might
Mm-hmm.
just assume that like, oh, my brother, my cousin, my friend, my bestie, my whatever, like knows how I'm feeling. But like that's not always the case. And so like you don't quite know how others see you sometimes. Um, and so it was nice to hear that out loud, because like you never know like how people think of you. So that really gave me at least enough confidence to go into the talk and like finish it. And I'm still working through some stuff that happened, but ultimately like that left me at least feeling, while tired emotionally, um hopeful that like maybe if he was able to confess that, maybe like he said, others notice it, that maybe that means other conversations are happening too, and they're like, "Hey, Adam's really trying to make some
Yeah,
moves."
I
So
wouldn't be surprised if he told you that because conversations were happening and somebody brought you up and they were like, "Oh yeah, he always talks to me," and somebody else went, "Oh, me too," and
yeah,
I wouldn't
yeah,
be surprised at all.
I would, yeah, I hope so. But like it left me feeling so emotionally drained over the past couple of days that yesterday I was a goddamn rock. Like I could barely fucking move. I was so deflated. I almost called you. I was like, "Man, I just need you to just tell me something nice." I was like so fucking. I didn't realize just how much I needed to extrovert to like power myself back up, because I was just so tired, and physically I'd been doing a lot too. I was just very physically exhausted, but I think that mental dam of like trying to hold all these different realities and conversations and potential things happening, and trying to figure out what happened and how did we get here, and and then some people chiming in that ended up leaving me more disappointed in their response than, I don't know. It was weird. Like there's a couple of different people in that department, and the one that I liked the most ended up by the end of that conversation falling much farther in the rankings, and the one that I thought would be the most adversarial was the one that supported me the most. And it really just shook how
Hmm,
I perceived
that's
some
interesting.
people. And I was like, "What the fuck? How did I end up liking you way more? Like I didn't think you would be the voice of reason
Welcome
in
to
there."
the Twilight Zone.
It was crazy. So yeah, I was just really worried coming into today, but like I really caught a second wind at the end of the day yesterday and into this morning, and gave myself a lot more breaks when I needed them.
No,
And
that's
like I
good.
feel so much better now. I was like, "God, I can't wait to talk to Danny now." Like I was so worried I was gonna be a drag by the time I got here. Um, but yeah. Anyway, that I know that's kind of a vague telling of the story, because like I don't want to get too into the
No,
specifics, but
and
there
I
was like a
wouldn't
lot
want
of
you to get in trouble
misunderstanding.
over it, you know? Don't.
It's not even so much getting in trouble. I just don't want to paint my, because I speak very openly about where I work. And so like I don't want to make it seem like I'm trying to start anything. It was just something that,
Right, like a
you
union.
know, it's a very exactly. It was, there's a lot of human element of people that like made mistakes and assumptions, myself included, that just like you're like, "Wow, I don't know how we got here." And so it was good to finally like be able to put a lot of that to bed. Um, yeah, and if I want to start a union, I know way more about it now.
There you go.
So,
See?
not that I think we need one, but like, you know, you never know. Like, I think if people are already saying, "Hey, Adam's a mover and a shaker," maybe I'll, you know, who knows? And I won't get fired for it, which is great. Um, but I like where I work and I like the people I work with. I'm just glad that ultimately, like, for the most part, like I'm glad that I was surprised for the most part in a good way, that like while the misunderstandings were there, the conversation ended up being really good. So I'm really happy that it turned out that way. And then that compliment, I think, really just helped me feel probably more seen than I realized that I probably needed to feel. So that was a really nice thing. So just to kind of lead back to like launching off of this into a question though, like I think that's a little lesson that like, just like when I told that story of the winter fucking snow and everything, like there's just these humbling moments where you just think, you know, what's
Mm-hmm.
happening. You think you know what's going on. You think you know how someone feels. You think you've expressed something the right way, whatever that may be. And it just fucking kicks you right in the dick, man. And you're like, nope, I still have so much to fucking learn about how to listen, how to communicate, like how things work or how I thought
You
things
never
worked when
finish
they didn't.
learning, you know? It's one of those
No,
things you just always have to learn.
no.
And
And I think
I like how you got Adam'd.
I did.
Adam got
And I
Adam'd.
was,
Somebody came up to him and said exactly what Adam would say to somebody else.
yeah, and I think I needed that because like I think there was a moment where I think I also brought a teaching moment to people in leadership because they asked me a lot of really good questions about where some of these my questions came from, which was very telling for me to think like, oh, these guys really do want to make sure that the, you know, as the company grows, it's harder to maintain everybody like their happiness, and they want to make sure this feels less corporate and feels more familial, and like getting somebody who's not afraid to approach them and say, hey, here's the vibe, here's what I propose, here's what doesn't work, but I also see you and what you've already done. Can I be a liaison of some sort?
That's
So it was just
crazy.
very,
I've
yeah.
tried to do exactly that at some other like past jobs,
Hmm.
and it did not go nearly as well as that. Like I went
Right.
to upper management and I was like, "Hey, look, you know, this was a long time ago. This wasn't even my last job. This was like before that."
Right.
I remember I went up to leadership and I was like, "Hey, morale in the office is, you know, real bad. Like just the decisions they were making with people and stuff." I was like, yeah, I just told them this, you know, you might want to just know that this is what people are saying and everything. I
Hmm.
honestly thought I was helping. He did not see it that way. He saw it as me not being a team player, and it didn't go
Like, oh,
nearly as well as yours is.
no,
You
which
you
is,
work with some really cool people.
yeah, that was like ultimately like why, like I was like I don't want it to seem like a whiplash if I say like these are all the bad things people feel and then surprise. It's just that, you know, again, I think that you people build, you know, I think it's easy when you, especially if you haven't worked in, like I've worked in nonprofit places where it is like that, you know,
Hmm.
where it is like, you know, some, you try to give like good feedback and they're like, all right, well, fuck you, buddy, you know, because nonprofit work, depending on what sector you're in, is really hard. Um, but like this place in particular is like, I feel a lot braver to make these approaches because I think for the most part, the people that are there, and I can't say everybody because like I don't know everybody, but like the people that I know that are there, I think regardless of how they go about it, I think they're there for the right reasons, you know, and I think that's like really rare to find in a workplace. And so, but it's easy to still look at somebody because of past job experience, such as like what you
Hmm.
described, to think like, oh, this is going to be a mountain and I'm going to get a lot of resistance. And like it's easy for colleagues who, like, that's why I was trying to play a middle person who work on a similar level to assume like, oh, they don't know anything, they're so disconnected, they don't care about us, when like maybe they are disconnected, but it's because they have so much more to do that
Yeah.
they rely on someone
Well,
like me to
and
say like, hey,
it's
we
very
keep them
true
out.
that when you become management, people treat you like the people you used to work with. If you get promoted to management, will treat you differently. They're not gonna
Mm-hmm.
say no. You know, people become yes men not just because they're sycophants, but also because it's not uncommon in America to get in trouble in one way or another for criticizing your company in any way.
Hmm. Yeah. So and you're right. I see that as, in people I've worked with or who I work with now who might still need to like kind of shake some of that off because it is a different environment.
Hmm.
But it was just a lot of just my assumption, their assumption. I think we all left it like feeling like we learned something, which was really important.
That's good.
And so I got Atomed and I Atomed at the same time, which was really nice. But um, yeah. Anyway, all that to say, people, you don't always know like how things work, and it's important to ask questions. And once you ask those fucking questions, ask them with the intent to actually learn and
Hmm.
not just like get a gotcha, because you're not going to get anywhere. And the last thing I'll add to that before we move on, I think it's important because this comes up a lot, is if you have a problem with your company, or if you have a problem with how something works, whether it's societally, in your job functions, in your community, whatever that may be, you can't just bitch about it. Like you can't, like, if you just want to complain, talk to your therapist or tell your friend you need to vent. But like if you're like, I don't understand why this doesn't do this, and I don't understand why it doesn't do that, and I wish they would do this, and you're not going to actually push for that change or rally with other people to do it, then like you don't get to complain anymore, man. Like there's something that just kind of happens a lot where people want change, but then you say, well, what does that change look like? And you go, oh,
Yeah.
like, it helps if you come with ideas, or if, at least if you help figure out what ideas don't work. So like feedback is important. And what I see a lot is people who want change or they want something new, but they don't give feedback as to what that is. And it's like, well, then like, you know, I don't know, like that's not productive. So like you're just being a radical for sake of being a radical. You have to be a radical with an idea in mind of what change looks like. You have to be a disruptor to know like, hey, this doesn't work, but it's because this might work better. Like it's just being a disruptor for sake of being a disruptor is not productive, and you need to grow the fuck up.
It's kind of
Like
like last episode of TOQ when we were talking about being a rebel without a cause is just
right,
being an asshole. Like
right. You're just
you're
exactly you're
just
just
causing
being an
trouble, but there's nothing you believe in to change. Like
right. It just doesn't work. And like that, some of the inner workings of how I've been working through this whole thing has showed me that there's a lot of people who want change. And it's not that they're assholes, it's just that like they're not contributing like solutions. But then there are a small subset of those people who want change but don't know what it is, who still want to be loud about it. And it's just like you're being disruptive, but like not productive. And like
mhm.
that's just
You're just
making
being a
things worse.
complainer, basically. Like,
Right. And it makes people not trust your voice and the voice of those connected to you because nothing's coming of it. And like, it's just, I understand why they're like, all right, here's this person again. So I try to model like really big. Like if I say, hey, you should go talk to this executive, I can't do that. Well, sure you can. Watch, I'll do it. Come with me. I'll
God,
go with you.
you would absolutely do that.
If someone tells me they got an open door policy, guess what, brother?
Oh my
I'm walking
God.
in.
Oh.
I'm respectable about it, but like I'll knock on the door like as it's open and say, "Hey, notice your door's open. You got a sec? I was hoping to run something by you. I got an idea."
I'd be the
Or
person behind you going like, no, 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 no.
can I tell you one quick mini story that relates to that? In that same meeting that ultimately got me what I thought was in trouble, but wasn't. We have these things called staff cookouts where like every month one of these employee groups hosts like a cookout outside for a couple of hours. And nobody had gotten to the word to host it yet. So the HR rep had to do it. And so she wasn't happy about being on the grill all day. She had like all this other stuff going on. Her anxiety was high and she just didn't want to do it. So she kept trying to pass it off on the people and nobody wanted to do it with that little notice. And so she said to me in the meeting, she goes, Adam, you always have my back. Do you want to do the thing? And I was like, I really don't know. And one of my colleagues says to me, she goes, why don't you get the CEO to do it? And she says her name. And I was like, yeah, sure, I can text her. And they're like, no, don't do that. And so I said the girl's name. I was like, hey, so-and-so wants
Oh
you to
my
come and grill.
God.
And she goes, no, don't put my name in it. Don't put my name in it. Don't put my name in it. And I was like, fine, I'm going to take credit for it then because you don't want your name in it. And so the
Deal.
HR
You
rep
take the credit.
HR rep is sitting right in front of me. And she goes, Adam, don't you dare. That's not appropriate. You really shouldn't ask the CEO that question. So I teams through the question, and I showed everybody that I sent it. Like 45 minutes later, she responds and she goes, oh my gosh, that sounds so fun. I'm actually on my way to Colorado right now. I'm not going to be in the office for a few days. Otherwise, I would absolutely do it. And I said, ah, man, I just wanted to hang out with you because I'd totally grill if it was me and you doing it. And she was like, hey, maybe next time, let me know. And I was like, okay, cool, I will. And so I teased that later to them, and they're like, I can't believe you sent that. And I was like, I told y'all, I'm like real tight with the CEO. Shit, like we're cool. Like it's
We're on
fine.
first name basis, guys.
Yeah, we're on first name, like
Yeah.
like everybody's on a first name basis with her though. She's lovely, but but everybody still looks at her like she's like some big bad, like, but she's so approachable. She's so sweet. Like she wants you to talk to
Oh,
her.
that's real nice.
So I was like, yeah, but I was like the HR rep, and everybody around me like, oh my, no, don't put my name on it. I was like, I would want you to put my name on everything. And if I was talking to the HR or to the CEO, I made like my own hat that's on my desk that says CEO on it, and it says CEO. I don't know what I'm doing, but like I'm always trying to talk to the CEO, and I was like, why are y'all so afraid of this wonderful, lovely woman? Like, what the frick is wrong with you? But anyway, so that was just a very funny thing where just like I would just like walk up to the CEO, I'm like, no, she's in her office. Let's go talk to her real quick. And they're
Oh
like, no,
my
no, no, no.
god. Ah.
But I mean, that part of that, maybe that's privilege, but I think a lot of it's personality, if I'm being honest. Like, you just have to be an outgoing person and
Yeah.
just like take a chance. And like, I think
Well, it helps,
people
like
are
you
stuck in
said, your
that culture.
CEO is very approachable, very kind
Yeah.
person.
And
That is not a lot of CEOs in my
no,
my history.
and to our conversation earlier, I think people still have, even though they have seen her, she's at almost every big meeting. She talks a lot to us. She says hi whenever she sees people. But like, I think people still kind of have that like old corporate feel of like, oh, you can't say that to this. You can't talk to the CEO. Um, fuck, man, I booked like an hour with her like 2 weeks ago, and all we talked about was theater. Most people book an hour with her because they want to ask her about a problem or pitch something. And so she said, hey, if anybody ever wants to talk to me, ask my my assistant to like put it on the calendar, and I'll make sure we have time for you. And I just said, hey, I just want to spend like, I know you're busy, I just want to give you like a chill hour to just like shoot the breeze. And she's like, oh yeah, that'd be awesome. And so she shared about all of her favorite theater spots and her favorite shows. And I learned a lot about her history and about her father, who she helps take care of, and all this other stuff I just didn't know before we had that meeting. And I was like, just fucking go talk to the woman. She's lovely. Like, why are you
So
guys all so afraid of her?
that's Adam's experience with a CEO.
With
Meanwhile,
that
I'm getting
particular CEO.
messages from again, years and years ago, like not even last job, way before that. I got messages from a coworker after around the layoffs, basically saying like, "Hey, I emailed the CEO asking them to please not do this. It was an older lady, and she's like, I won't be able to get another job. I'm too
Yeah.
old. I won't be able to do this, that, and the other thing." CEO never even answered her. She just gets a phone
Mhm.
call from HR saying like, "Hey, yeah, we know that the CEO says all the time that if you have anything you want to talk to them about, you can call them or email them, but you're not actually supposed to do that."
Which is insane. It's
And that's why,
insane.
well, that's the kind of things that I hear, and what makes me go like, I don't want anything to do with, like, if you're gonna talk to the CEO, don't bring my name up, because God, some of the stories I've personally heard of past CEOs is wild.
No, that's fair. Like I said, I think that's why, like, I've had my share. I think I've gotten fired from 2 nonprofit jobs. Like, I've definitely had experiences where they just don't actually care for feedback at all because they don't communicate well. Um, so, but like I have like, and I think I told everybody at one point I had 9 different jobs in 1 year in nonprofit because I kept either getting
Oh
let
damn.
go or I left of my own accord because I didn't feel appreciated there. I didn't feel safe there. I was uncomfortable there. And so like, and it's because I wanted that kind of communication, and just like people would present as such as you said, but then show their true face later and be like, actually, I don't fucking want you to talk to me unless it's, hey, I got my work done, you know? Um, and so this place has never given me the impression that like I can't talk to somebody. And
That's
so I was like,
fantastic.
well, I need to model that so that way others can see that you can in fact go do that. Um, and so I think the best way to teach is by doing. And so like I want people to see it.
I feel like
Um,
I feel like
yeah.
you'd probably see more people like that in not-for-profits. Like jobs where you're helping the community out of the goodness of your heart tend
Mhm.
to get more empathetic, friendlier people, I would assume.
Yeah, and not every nonprofit I've worked for has given me that energy. And not every place is going to be perfect. There's always like
Right.
bad actors or at least like maybe lazy people or whatever have you. But like I said, for the most part, the people I've encountered, while there's definitely like things that can be improved, overall, like I feel like there's no one that's ever given me the impression like you can't ask me something,
That's
like
awesome.
you know, and like, and I want people to see that because I think as we talked about, like they still have that maybe preconceived experience from before, like oh, when I talk to CEOs, bad things happen. And so I'm like, yeah, I'll message the CEO right now. Yeah, you want to come do a cookout? You want to come
I
get behind
can't
the grill?
I can't imagine it.
She would absolutely do it.
I
And I
can't
was
imagine
like, you
it.
guys are crazy. You guys are fucking crazy. But yeah, she's lovely. And, you know, I just, you know, I always like to see what I can get away with. Because why the fuck not?
So
Well,
Adam.
I gotta get fired for asking a CEO to grill a burger? Get out of here. The
So
fuck
Adam,
out.
after a cool hour long episode.
No!
You wanna
No!
maybe
We've had this,
you
dude,
wanna
we've had
answer
this
a
question.
question
We have to because on the stream, we've had this question on stream the
for
whole
for the
time.
whole hour?
Fuck, I forgot all about it. Shit, we need to have like a separate board that just says Adam and Danny are fucking around, and
I
then change
even
it back.
while you were doing your story, I even like repositioned the question, made it
Uh,
bigger. I was like, maybe he'll notice.
I saw you moving it, but I wasn't paying attention as to why. Shit, man. Fuck. Fuck.
So all right, just tell
Yeah,
me one more thing beforehand.
shit.
Why the fuck is everyone so pretty nowadays? My friend Skiing Life wants to know.
He's saying skiing life. His name is Skiing Life. We were just talking about snowboarding and
Yeah.
eating shit. So, do you want to
Maybe.
read the question?
Yeah. Maybe I, 23 female, didn't just pay attention as a child, but I feel like women are so beautiful nowadays, and it's not a social media thing. I don't even use social media. I'm talking about women I see in real life who are genuinely gorgeous. I haven't really seen an ugly woman, and it's not confirmation bias. I actively look for them. It seems impossible to compete in the dating market because it seems like every woman could be some kind of model. What the heck? Everywhere I look, everywhere I look, I see perfect hair, thick and healthy, clear, poreless skin, no body hair, and amazing facial and body proportions. How? Datum? How?
Well, first of all, I would just like to point out that Reddit is social media. In my opinion, that is media where you post things and it's a social board. Reddit is social media. Yes, you do. So, sorry, there's actually number one, you do use social media. All right. So they're saying I feel like so this woman is talking specifically about women. But she said, "Why the fuck is everyone so pretty?" But
Yeah,
she
they
only
said
talks about
everyone, but it really is just all about women.
so why are all these women so attractive? Why are they all so
Yeah,
pretty?
what's going on with all these women? Why are they so like pretty all of a sudden?
Man, you know what? I don't know. My guess is like I don't know if I would say I've seen this the same way. I don't know where this person is from, but I do notice that like if there is a pretty person, I'm like, damn, they're like really fucking pretty. You know, I do think that there is more conscious people are more conscious of let me put it like this. Actually, I've got it. The ones that you see are the ones that are bold to go out in the first place for you to see, right? There's a lot of people who just don't want to leave their house. And those are, again, I'm not calling them like non beautiful people, but like typically, like they're the ones that don't want to get dressed up. They're the ones that
Hmm.
like don't want to, you know, do their hair up and they don't want to wear nice makeup or they don't want to go out and hit the gym because like that's just not the lifestyle they want, or they're not motivated to do that at least, or they don't know how. So I'm saying probably the people that you're seeing are the ones that are out there being the most active. They're out there probably participating in things and you know trying to look good while they do it, or showing up for shows or plays or music or rock climbing or whatever the fuck. You know, the more you know. I think typically socializing, and I don't know if there's science behind this or not, but like I like to think that like people who spend more time with people tend to look better. You know, like when I say that, I mean like socializing and like building community and things like that. Like I think typically you
You get that air of
jump on,
confidence that you wouldn't have
yeah,
otherwise.
like you walk a certain way better. You want to like show up for those people. You care a little bit more about your appearance, so like you want to show up and look nicer for them. You know, but I also think people are much more health conscious too. Like at least again, the ones that are going out and doing these things are probably like if they're looking good and dressing well and smelling good and like their bodies are nice, they're like, well, they must be taking care of themselves. So the ones that are like really into it are like really fucking into it.
Hell yeah, get
So
that BBL.
yeah, so like that's my guess. It's just like the ones you're noticing, it's because those are the ones that go out more. You
Okay.
know, like if you walk into like a nerd convention, it's mostly BO because like you know those people probably haven't left their house in a long time and they may not know how to interact with humans or being around society as much. And that's not me poking fun.
What was it?
That's
Was
just
it?
reality, bro.
I think it was Yu-Gi-Oh that added that to an official rule of their tournaments. Is like you can't smell. If you smell,
Like you
you're
have to
not
fucking
allowed to play.
shower.
Yeah, you have
Yeah,
to shower that
but
day.
but a lot of people who
But it's because they don't.
might be I'm lacking a better word. I was gonna say homely, but I still think that's a bad word to
No,
say. But
it's
like,
they get so into the game that they just don't even think about it. Like
right,
it's
right. I mean, like,
literally
just
all they think about, and because of that,
yeah,
from the moment they wake up to the moment they go to bed, they're just like coming up with their decks, their strategies, and it's not just Yu-Gi-Oh, it's other things as well. But
well, yeah, that's what I mean. Is like the people who might not go out as much
mm,
because it's really easy to just not leave your house to do most things. Like you can find work that is remote. You can have most of your stuff that you want delivered to your
yep.
home. So like a
Oh
lot
yeah,
of
I
people
mean,
have found a comfortable lifestyle without having to leave their fucking house,
in the
and
height of the
so they're probably not as
pandemic,
healthy looking.
in the height of the pandemic, when everybody had to stay indoors for a while, and I was working fully remote or I was furloughed for a bit. Yeah, I would go a day or two without a shower sometimes because you just don't even think about it. I'd wake up,
Mm.
I'd have a cup of coffee, watch some TV. Next thing I know, it's lunchtime, then dinner time, and I'm going to bed, and I'm like, I never even took a shower today. Tomorrow, and then I forget
Yeah,
tomorrow. I'm better
yeah,
now. Don't worry, I'm better now.
yeah. I think there's also there's also trends, like people who are on social media. So there's always the trends of like um oh, only drink cucumber water for
Oh
breakfast,
yeah, yeah.
like not to say that they're
The
all
health
great, but
trends
like
and stuff.
there are a lot of beauty trends and stuff out there too, that people tend to participate in. But I think people are just more aware of themselves. Like I would argue, and this isn't me trying to be like superior or anything, but I think especially like Gen X people or it's Gen X into millennial people. Like I think there's like an overlap where I think because I know what when I was a boy, what my uncle at 44 looked like, and what my dad at 45 looked like, and I was like, you know, I looking back now from what I remember, I wouldn't be like, oh, that's a 40 something. I'd be like, that's what 40 looks like.
Yeah,
It's like I'm pushing 40 in a couple years, and like I feel way better than I think my dad could have ever moved, and like my uncle and my aunts like could
I.
ever have been.
It's
And like
funny
I think,
because I was on Reddit and I saw a meme of exactly that, of like, 30, 80 years ago, and it showed like an old man, and then it was like
right.
30 now, and it was a baby face. But it's kind of true. Like people just kind of look younger, longer now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what that is. Like, I know what my choices have been. Some haven't been so great, but other ones have helped. Like, again, I'm not in the shape that I want to be in, but I'm in better shape than I thought I would be in based on what I thought 35 and 40 looked like. I get mistaken for 20s all the time just because, like, again, but I think I do believe that there is a community aspect to that. I do
Mm,
just sincerely like when you get into a community, you participate in more things. Thus, you become healthier looking because, like, you're out and about, you're getting more sun. Like, just generally, good moods are good for your physical health as much as it is for your mental health and your emotional health. And so, like, I do think there's like something to that of like if you're a little bit more outgoing, or at least if you're participatory in more community activities, even if they're like oh, I have a running group. And like you don't really talk to them, but you just run with them.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's still like something that motivates you to participate in something. So there must be something to that. But like I think maybe that's why this person's perceiving everybody as pretty, is because
Could
maybe
be.
just there's more, the ones that do go out or the ones that are participating in more stuff and like working on themselves more. And I would bet dollars to donuts that if the people who don't get everything door dashed to their home every day also went out more, it might turn a little bit where you're like, oh, and it's not a knock against anybody. Not everybody's going to look the way you're perceiving them, but like you're like, but they probably would be healthier if they continued to do those
Mm-hmm.
things. Like you got to get some sun, bruh. You got to get outside. You got to leave your house. Anyway, I don't know. I've been rambling for a minute, but that's my guess. Is like,
Okay,
I don't
that's
think there's
fair.
anything
That's a
new in
fair
the
guess.
water. I don't think there's any. I think there's more chemicals than ever in food, so that can't be it. So I don't know. I'm thinking it's community, especially post COVID. People really realized how much that's important and that they were missing it. So I don't know. What do you think?
I think, honestly, I think that they grew up a little bit.
Hmm?
When I was in high school, I had a very set idea of what somebody I was attracted to would look like. I've always
Hmm.
been into very tiny, petite girls. The heaviest any of the girlfriends I ever had was probably like 120 pounds. And
Hmm.
that's not because I'm like, oh, any fat is bad fat or anything. It's just what I like.
Sure.
Even now, my wife is like 100 pounds.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when you say you like petite women,
When
I'm like,
she's
well, you
soaking
got one.
wet, she's 100 pounds.
Yeah, she's gonna blow away in the wind,
Again,
Brian. You gotta watch her.
not like saying that anything different is bad. It's just what I like. It's what I'm naturally
I've seen
attracted to.
Dan tie a rope around his wife's waist and fly her like a kite when he's bored. Like
Yes,
it's
and it's a
crazy.
lot of fun, especially that one time she got struck by lightning.
Yeah, it was nuts. He discovered electricity
I
doing that.
did.
It was
You're welcome.
crazy.
But when I was in high school, I was very, very picky, I guess, about what was hot, what was looked good and everything. But as I got older, man, those things have laxed so much. And not
Mm.
saying that like I'm settling, I think it's more I've matured. I've learned that like other things can be just as beautiful as what I thought super thin and petite was beautiful,
Sure.
like nowadays, yeah, I love, a girl with some good curves on her and stuff. Like you just expand, your mind expands. Things that you didn't think were pretty or good looking before, as you get older and wiser and more mature, you start to realize like looks don't even matter as much as you think they do. Like to me, you could be butt ass ugly, but if you have a really cool personality and I get along really well with you and
Hmm.
everything, I will love you, man. I will absolutely be attracted to you on some level. It does not matter.
Yeah.
And I think what they're experiencing is something along those lines.
Hmm.
I know I went to the ballpark where Mbaluga and I first met, where we worked. And I used to volunteer there in high school, so I was like 16-ish when I started working there. And I went there and I saw the high school students volunteering there now, and I'm like, is that honestly what we looked like at 16? Like these kids are babies.
Hmm.
And I think just as you see, when you're 16, you think that other 16-year-olds are hot, but then you grow up and you're like, oh my God, they're babies. The same thing happens for older as well. You go like, oh, ew, you're 30. Like when you lower your hand to your side, you could see the veins. You're so old.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could like, ew. But now that
I've
you're
been able to
30,
see the
you're like, I
veins
don't give a
forever.
shit. My veins do that. I don't care. I think you're
Yeah.
just growing up and getting a little bit more wiser and realizing that there's more ways of being pretty than what you probably first thought when you were younger.
Yeah. I appreciate that you went a different route than what I went.
I got you.
You went more like an emotional journey, and I was just like, yeah, people are, we're just hotter.
Well, or if you want to be more cynical, it absolutely is social media because now all these people want to look perfect for their social medias. You may not be looking at social media, but they're probably making them.
Yeah. Yeah. I would
If
like
you
to
want to go on the
highlight.
darker route, there you go.
Yeah, I do agree with you though. I do think that I don't know if it's what this person is experiencing or not, but I can speak my own experience that I like you were. I think there's definitely like I still have a type, but like a lot of it is more so like in their personality. Like I
Hmm.
still want to be attracted to somebody, obviously, but like I've definitely gone out with people who I know like past Adam wouldn't have because like they didn't fit a certain bill at one point. But like, you know, I went out with one girl because she asked me what my favorite dinosaur was, and I was like, "Great question. Let's talk more about it." You know, and she wasn't the traditional build that I ordinarily would have dated
Yeah.
if I was like a 21-year-old. And same with like, who I find attractive now. Like, there are traditional people. I know I'm losing my voice. Hang on.
Uh-oh.
There
Too
are
much
traditional
talking.
people who, what's that?
Too much talking. You're not used to it now.
I know I'm like so out of fucking practice. Um, but like there's people who like you could say traditionally attractive that I'm like, yeah, I could see that. But also there's a point where like I'm like that person's too hot that like I don't want to go out with them because like they worked on it too much. Like that's what my brain says. Like, I don't know, man. Like something about you just like it's like too hot. And like I
Mm-hmm.
like especially then when someone starts talking, I'm like, man, you're beautiful, but it's like there's nothing that you're saying that's like exciting my brain right now. And like there's never been me that chases that where I'm just like hotness, so like physical hotness over like personality hotness has
Right.
never
You
been.
never put lust over love.
No,
Yeah.
never. I've
I'm
definitely
the
found
same
somebody
way. I
hot,
can't.
but I've never been like, oh, you're hot, so we should go out. I'm like, all right, well, what do you like? Who
Yeah.
are you?
But
you know?
like you said, I've definitely looked at women who are the exact opposite of Umbeluga and been like, young Dan, high school Dan wouldn't even give this the time of day, but damn, they look good. Like,
Hmm.
damn. And yeah, I think as you get older and more mature, you just, I guess it comes along with realizing that looks aren't everything and stuff, but your standards tend to get, I don't want to say more lax, more open. You
Yeah, they're
become
they're
more
more broad.
open-minded, more
Yeah.
broad. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and that's exactly it. Like, I don't think it's like you said. I don't think it's settling. Although, like, you
It's not
could, but
settling.
it's
It's
just like, yeah, like you said, you're maturing.
open-mindedness. Yeah.
Yeah, like you're like, I didn't know I would be open to these things until I was like, you know what? Let's just kind of see. I'm trying something new. Maybe I'm trying to, like, be a little less paranoid about these
Yeah.
kind of
I
things.
mean, teenage Dan would never admit the huge man crush he has on Tatum.
Yeah.
Ever.
Although
But Danum
teenage Adam absolutely
Danum
would.
now? Danum. Oh my god. But
You're
Dan now wants to ship Danum.
yeah, I was gonna say Denim is our ship name.
Absolutely.
Um, but they the funny enough though, high school Adam was always like very comfortable in himself, so he absolutely would have been like, yeah, I would, yeah, for
I'd
sure.
have that. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I have always. That's something I've never been afraid of. I've never been like, oh, I don't want people to think I'm gay, or oh, I can't joke about that with my friends. Or I've never in my life like felt like I had to
Mm.
hide like a comment like that. Like,
No, I
uh,
wouldn't say I have either. Like I've always been a hugger with my friends, male or female, it didn't matter. But
yeah.
I don't think I would have, outright on the internet made a joke of like,
Oh, I would
oh
have.
yeah, I absolutely love this guy. I would bang him in a second.
Yeah,
I
I've.
guess I can't even say it's a joke now either.
Sorry, Terry. Um, but like,
Happy
yeah,
Pride
no,
Month.
yeah, I've like, I feel really happy that like and first of all, because you and I can talk that way to each other, like it's rare to have a friendship where you can do that and like regardless of the innuendo and the comedy that comes with it, there's like real love there.
Oh yeah,
And like
absolutely.
not a lot of people can truly like look at their friend and be like, I love that guy. And like I think that's really important that we have that. Um, but also like I think there is just like it said we're gay. Hey, it's Pride Month. You're welcome. That's a compliment.
Damn right we are.
Yeah. Yeah, I've just never like I've definitely evolved in like how I understand how other love develops. Like I've told stories of participating in ethical non-monogamy, and I've
Mhm.
told stories of living with people who like I live with a trans woman, and I live with a non-binary gremlin now. I live with two gay dudes for the past 2 years. Like stuff that like I never would have imagined like anybody would even want me in that picture, or that I would be comfortable in that picture, which is weird considering I never was uncomfortable about it. But I was in my own little world then. Like I didn't realize how big the world was. So like
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
very good that like while some parts were slower than others, that like I was able to
It's good to get out of your bubbles,
have it.
people.
For sure, absolutely.
The world's a
Like
much better
you,
place than your bubble will have you believe it is.
it's true. And sometimes your bubble smashes in with someone else's bubble, and you make like a super bubble, and it's
Yeah,
like kind of nice. And
that's how baby bubbles are made.
that's how baby bubbles are made. Ah, fuck. I'm trying to come up with like baby bubble bumpers or something like that for a
Oh my
title.
god.
I think like if something hit me, I was like, how do I make it pretty
Baby bubble bumper poppers.
pretty baby bubble bumpers?
Bumper stickers.
I don't know, dude.
Baby bubble bumper stickers.
Don't get
That's
me
what we
started on
can.
bumper stickers again, man.
Oh
Because like
yeah,
I
the good old bumper stickers.
the bumper stickers. You put stickers on your bum to
You
get
put
people
them on your
messed.
butt.
Um, but yeah,
Honk
all
if
that to
you're
say,
horny.
I will say one more point to the prettiness thing is while I really hate that vaping is still as prevalent as it is, a lot less people are smoking now.
Yes.
So like I do think that is
Much
part
to
of
the
it.
chagrin of the tobacco industry.
Yeah, and much to the hurrah of people who think that fucking vaping is good for you.
Much to the hurrah
But
of lungs.
I think it poisons you in a different way when you vape. But
Mm.
but cigarette smoke and cigarette all that chemical in general will like age the fuck out
Well,
of you.
I think drinking too is also on the decline.
Yeah.
I think honestly, I think that's what you were saying before, like how 30 looks so different now. I think it's a lot to do with the lack of smoking and drinking, and
Yeah.
kind of like the later Gen X, millennial and beyond.
Like sober curious people
Yeah, like
or folks
you
like
get
myself who
obviously
don't drink.
people that drink a lot in high school, college, whatever. That's always going to be a thing, but you know, people in their 30s and stuff nowadays, I haven't had a drink in a year and a half or longer. Not because I'm against it, I just haven't. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's not what I do when I'm alone and bored. It's not. I'd much rather have a Diet Coke.
Yeah. And I think too, like there's a lot more companies out there that help support that like organizations that make more like non-alcoholic versions of their drinks that you can
Hmm.
enjoy. Like Liquid Death came out a few years ago, and it's like, hey, you can still drink and look cool without actually drinking. Like, there's a lot of like encouragement, and I think one thing I will give our generation and like people on like the cusp of either side is like we've been traumatized by a lot of shit, and I think a lot of people are like working through that trauma in a way that they're like, hey,
Wait.
if I don't
Traumatized. All we've done is survive 3 once in a lifetime recessions. What are you talking about?
market, yeah, just
Just
that's a
3 of them
Tuesday.
in 30 years. Okay.
Yeah, that's a Tuesday for us. um but like I do think that there is a lot of people who are like and I can say for me too, I made the choice very early as a child that I didn't care to drink. Now I will say I tried to break it as an adult to like maybe I overassumed maybe there's a way to do it in moderation that like I can do and enjoy, but like I don't want to be like my parents, and I just couldn't find it and it just wasn't safe for me. So but I still had the motivation of like I don't want to be the way that my parents were. I
Mm.
know what like that raising was and how a lot of it was my mom died from destroying her liver with like medications and alcohol. Like that shit is a very real thing. And so I think there's a lot of people like myself who are just like, yeah, I got to get away from those things. And like when you don't partake in those things daily, weekly, whatever, like, yeah, your body shows those results.
Mm.
So even if you're not like working out or being out in the sun or whatever, there's a lot fewer people who are like, yeah, I'm not gonna fucking smoke, I'm not gonna
You
drink, I
know,
just don't like those
it
things.
always amazes me how similar me and you are, but then when we talk about like our childhoods and our past, they're so different. Because like my
Yeah.
parents, besides like my mom having the odd glass of wine at night,
Hmm.
really didn't drink ever. I mean, they'd get like a little tipsy maybe at like a Super Bowl party or something, but like I've never seen my parents wasted. I've never seen them even close to that.
Mm.
And like, yeah, and then at the same time, we grew up to be so similar. Both of us are just like, yeah, just don't want to drink.
Yeah, yeah. Funny how those paths coalesce at some point into
Yeah,
like a you know.
it's crazy to me. It'll never not be.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, I do think that generationally there's that like shared trauma, but then
Yeah.
like yeah, I do think there's people who are just like you said making that choice like I don't wish to partake in these things anymore. But also on the flippy flop of that, like there are people who are much younger than us who look a lot closer to our age because of things like vaping and such too. Like I do think people are starting to look older, a lot more screen time, a
Hmm.
lot more things like
Well,
that.
I
The
think I think
Hitch said, "I've never had a drink and I'm gorgeous."
you damn straight you are.
That's right. You're damn right.
Sorry, you damn gay you are.
Yeah, yeah. That's
It's
right.
Pride
That's
Month. I
right.
have
Damn
to.
gay you are. That's
Damn
right.
gay
That's
you
right.
are.
Mm-hmm. Very, very true. Yeah, very
You're
queer.
gorgeous.
Yeah, you're queer.
You're
Just
gorgeous.
I don't know what that means, but that's a funny way to make my mouth do things. Queer, just
Oh,
queer. Like think about
queer.
that.
But see, now it just sounds like you're saying Jesus, but like you're
Queer,
queer.
queer.
Just
No, that's that. No, that's what would be queer Jesus's name. That wouldn't be.
gauges? No.
Gauges.
Gauges?
That sounds like a fucking like Autobot or some shit. Like gauges, roll out. Gauges.
I turned
I don't
into
know
a
how that would
steam
get you.
gauge.
Yeah, but like queer just weird just anyway, all I'm trying to say is that we're all beautiful.
Hmm.
And
Everybody's pretty. That's why
everybody's
everybody looks pretty to you. Everybody's pretty.
yeah, I mean that's very valid. It
Yeah,
might
there
just be
ain't
that
nothing out there that somebody ain't attracted to, so everybody's
you might
pretty.
just, you might just be super fucking what's that word that means you're attracted? It's super pansexual. You
Yeah.
just might fucking think everyone's hot and like that's cool. Good for you, man. I
Hmm.
think that's awesome. And hopefully everybody looks at you and thinks you're hot. So, respectfully. So, I mean, that could be your life. Could be you. But all right, Danny, what do you say we wrap this puppy up, huh?
I think so. I mean, it's only been a cool
Hour and 15 minutes.
hour 30.
Yeah, well, 15 minutes of that was intro before we started.
That's
so
true.
We're at about an hour and 14, almost 15 minutes in about 4 seconds.
You want me to take us out today? Or would
Yeah,
you like
sure.
to do it?
I think I would like to find like a fun thing to do at the end of every episode to like wind us down. I don't know what that is yet. But I think it would be nice to kind of like come back to like a center.
All right.
You
I got one for you.
When Dixie's here.
Woo!
Hell yeah, we finally made it. Woo woo woo. Hell yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
I
before
got
you
one
can
for
comment.
you. Since you're a gigantic nerd like me,
I don't know if I'm as big
little
of
bit
a
of a
nerd as you.
bro exercise for us.
Okay.
You know the D&D stat block, like the 6.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think my stats would be? And then
You know
I'll do
what?
you.
I actually did a few months ago. I did like we do these icebreakers. We alternate who does the icebreakers every Monday meeting, and I did one like this where I said, for the non-nerds, is like, here's what they mean. What do you think yours are, and what do you think ours are? And that was a very fun conversation. I don't remember what anybody said. I remember what the number one thing was, but I don't
Gee, I
remember
wonder.
anything else.
I wonder
Yeah.
what it's gonna
Yeah.
be.
What do I think yours are? Hang on, I have to
Yeah.
write them all out because I
I've done
fucking
this.
forget.
I've done this with pretty much everybody I've played D&D with at some
So is
point.
it
And there
strength,
is
dexterity,
strength, dex, con,
constitution,
constitution, wisdom,
wisdom,
intelligence,
intelligence, and
charisma.
charisma?
I've done this with pretty much everybody I've played D&D with, and there is a
Huh.
pattern for mine. There is one stat that everybody
Ooh,
agreed would be my best stat. I want to see if you get it too.
that is interesting. If I had to guess, it might be easier for me to work on what I think like the lowest ones are and work my way up.
Yeah, that's fine. You don't have to do it in any order.
So I'm just gonna rank them 1 through 6.
Okay.
Okay, so 6 being like the one that might be like the lowest. So for the folks at home, strength is like, you know, your draw power, dexterity is, you know, just like your agility plus like, you know, your, you know, general accuracy on
Reflexes,
things. Reflexes.
accuracy, stretchiness.
Constitution's like how much shit can you take, like how, you know, how much life do you have? Wisdom is usually just like how well you perceive something or like how like you like piece together information. Intelligence is just like what you know and like what your breadth of knowledge is. And then charisma is like
Okay.
your ability to interact with others or to do well in social situations or to convince people to see your way.
Whistling Dixie says I call wisdom for Danny as the highest, followed by charisma.
You know, that's why I want to start from the bottom up because wisdom is in like the top 3 that I'm trying to think of where it would fall. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that strength is probably your lowest one. Like, why is that
fair?
Not that you're weak, but like if I have to rank these, I don't
no,
look at
no,
you
no.
as like,
I
oh,
get
I'm
you.
like raw power output. I just don't see as the guy who just said, "Oh man, I have to walk everywhere at my new job." You know?
Fair.
Like I just don't see, and honestly, it's not one I see as high for me either. Like physical strength, I just don't. I'm stronger probably than I look, but I definitely wouldn't rank it as high. Let's see. This might be a bit. This might be a bit controversial. My next one, but like, I also don't know if I think your dexterity's all that high either.
Honestly, if I would have put dexterity as the lowest.
Really interesting. Yes. Okay. Yeah, like
I'm about as limber as I look.
Yeah. Oh, Dixon says good job.
Oh yes, thank you so much. Yes, I'm employed. I'm no longer a drain on society.
You have to listen to the beginning of the episode of the recorded
You have to go back an hour and a half
to get the full scoop. But yes, Danny is newly employed. As of the 22nd.
22nd. Yeah.
So, but yeah, I could see either one. I don't know. I think you're probably more dexterous than you probably give yourself credit for. Like you don't, you know, you're very efficient with like those Excel spreadsheets and shit, and like you move them all around really quickly. And I think there's a certain level of like finesse to how you do that.
Oh, like hand-eye coordination, kind of.
Yeah, like I think you kind of have to like you can snap all that shit together pretty quickly, and I think that's like, I don't know. That's why I think that's probably higher because like you're flexing a different kind of reflexes that you don't. With strength by sitting in a chair and doing office work, you know.
I like that.
So yeah. Number 4 of them would probably be. This is where it gets tricky because I'm teetering on Constitution because I feel like even though you have like these health challenges, I feel like that also, to me, speaks that you have a higher Constitution than most to even be able to deal with it in the first place. Like diabetes and these other things going on. Like, I feel like to me, while those might seem like deficits, and they are to a degree, don't get me wrong, but like, I think to deal with that kind of shit, like, I think of Constitution as not just like how well your body works, it's just how well do you deal with it.
Okay, you know? like mental fortitude kind of thing.
Yeah, I think there's like, again, I know that like there's like wisdom could probably be in that in some way, but like I think like Constitution is also just like what is your Like, I don't think wisdom is necessarily willpower all the time. I think constitution is mostly willpower.
Oh,
So
thank you.
thank you, Dixon.
Thank
I'm
you,
I'm assuming
Dixie.
it's Dixon. I'm hoping I'm not calling you the wrong name. But
Thank you, Whistling Dixie. I'm just
I
gonna
was gonna
say
call you
your
Whistling
your
Dixon just in case, but I
stream
think that's
name.
Dixon because like they speak as if they know you, so I think that's you. Um, so I'm gonna, you know what? I'm going to say that, Danny. I'm gonna say your intelligence is number 4.
Okay.
I'm gonna say your intelligence is number
Nice. You
4.
think I'm dumb? I see how it is.
No, I just think that these other 3 are higher.
Yeah. No, I'm just playing
I
with
don't.
shit. Don't you
Again,
worry.
these aren't scores. These aren't scores. You
Something
know,
has
like
to be the lowest.
right. These stats would have scores to them. I am not giving them scores.
Right.
They are just ranking. So
It is
like
Dixon, by the way.
one could be a 20 and another one could be like an 18, right? So I would say your intelligence is at a 4. Like, I think that you're an intelligent person. But I do think that if I were to tap intelligence versus wisdom, I would say you definitely have a higher wisdom than you do intelligence. Like, you're smart, but I think you're much more feely than you are like thinky a lot of the time.
That's
if that
fair.
makes sense.
Tinky.
So I know this might be a bit controversial, but I'm gonna say number 3 is charisma.
Okay.
Number 3 is charisma, and I think number 2 is wisdom, and I'm gonna say number 1 is constitution. That's what I think.
Wow. All right.
Constitution, as I already said, like, I think that there is, I think with the things that you have had to deal with chronically, that like takes a lot of fucking fortitude to deal with that kind of shit, especially like with some of the stories you shared with like the dehydration and other things that have happened and medications and all those other things. Like, that takes a lot on a person to deal with regularly, and like you do it with a smile on your face a lot of the time, which I think is like really cool. And you deal with it like gracefully, and like you find ways to be able to joke about it, and not everybody can just fucking do that, man.
Well, thank you.
So
I appreciate
yeah,
that.
so I'm gonna say your constitution is number 1. I think your wisdom, your perception of how other people are doing, and like how you typically will handle it. I think the wisdom and constitution go hand in hand. Like, wisdom comes from experience, and constitution comes also from experience. And I think those things go hand in hand. And then I think with charisma, obviously, like, you like to get along with people. You have to have it for like the voice acting that you want. You do well like when you talk to individuals and try to connect with them. So the final score is constitution number 1, wisdom number 2, charisma number 3, intelligence number 4, dexterity number 5, strength number 6.
Very nice. Okay. So
yeah.
When I said I did this with a bunch of D&D people,
Yeah.
Wisdom was far and away the number 1 stat.
Mm-hmm.
So, Dixon, you hit the nail on the head like immediately. Constitution was also way up there. Although
the same reasons?
For most people, no. Most people actually attributed it to I handle pain well, and I can eat really bad spicy food without the complications that come later.
Goodness gracious.
I have an iron stomach. And then after that, yeah, it kind of is a toss-up. Like, int's usually up there, and then dex and strength are kind of interchangeable. Like you said, nobody ever really ranked anything as low. I would put dex under strength now. When I was taking karate, I would probably put dex higher, but I don't stretch at all ever, so I'm not a very graceful person. But like you said, I am stronger than I look. So I would probably do dex, then strength, then probably charisma, because a lot of it for me is faking it till you make it. I'll be honest.
That's why I put it in the middle.
Yeah, it would be smack dab in the middle.
Yeah.
And then probably int, constitution, wisdom for everybody. That's kind of where I saw it and where most people have seen it. But for Adam, let's see. I mean, I'm going to do it the opposite. I'm going to start at the top because we all know that charisma is going to be the top stat. There's absolutely no fucking question there. I would say after... Ooh, toss up here.
Really interesting.
Yeah,
You
I'm
think
between
charisma for
two
me?
right now.
Wow.
I'm gonna say next would probably be wisdom for the
Mm-hmm.
same reasons you gave. I think I always considered intelligence and wisdom to be book smarts and street smarts. You know, one requires a lot more abstract thinking and a lot more piecing things together, whereas the other one is how well do you memorize things. And I think you
Mm-hmm.
also are very good at reading people, piecing intuitively, piecing things together. So I'm gonna put wisdom. After that, I'm gonna put dexterity. You dance all the time. I've seen you twinkle toes. I've seen you glide across the room and pirouette without anybody noticing.
You
After
noticed.
I noticed, well, that's because I never take my eyes off of you.
I know. That's why I
Uh,
do the pirouettes.
like I'm gonna miss a chance to look at that ass.
I know. Wait, listen.
What?
I know when people are watching.
Let's see. Charisma, wisdom, dex, and then I would say probably intelligence. What am I missing? I'm missing constitution and I'm missing strength.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I don't think any of these are low. I would say you have average at the lowest, like 10 at the low end. But I would probably do con and then yeah, constitution and then strength.
Okay. That's
So for
interesting.
mine, I
Curious.
would say strength is the lowest, then constitution, intelligence, dexterity, wisdom, and then charisma at the top.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I remember what I thought mine was. It changes all the time. I just don't have like a solid locked in what I think. Um,
Dude, I would love
yeah,
cleric is one
huh?
of my favorite classes. Sorry. Uh Whistling Dixie says Danny is a cleric bard multiclass. I would absolutely love to be a cleric. That is one of my favorite classes. I love holy magic and
Ooh,
stuff, so that would absolutely be there. And Bard?
the
I'll take
bard,
Bard.
the,
I like Bard. I did
the bard card.
Adam. I channeled you and I did karaoke at the wedding.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
nice
I
shit.
sang 2 songs.
What'd you sing?
Um One of them was by Lifehouse. Fuck, now I don't remember. What did I sing? You go while I remember what I sang.
um, I one time in a room of several hundred strangers sang "Let It Go" from Frozen when the guy who took me to this wedding reunion, this family reunion, just abandoned me to like survive on my own. I went and did the Adam thing and just tried to find people to hang out with. And then I was wearing a Captain America shirt at the time, and the DJ looks at me and he's trying to get other people to uh, come up and sing, and no one will do it. No one's drunk enough yet. So he goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, Captain America is gonna sing for us," and he points to me, and I was like, yeah, okay." So I walked up. I was like, "What do you have?" He goes, "I don't know, man. What do you want?" I'll turn it on. I was like, "Yeah, Let It Go" by, from the Frozen movie. He goes, "Oh yeah, I already have that queued up." He's like, "That's like the biggest thing right now." And I was like, "Yeah, man. Like, it's not gonna be good." So like, he's like, "Hey, man, I just need other people to participate. So maybe they'll do it if you do it." I was like, "Okay." And so I just did. It was awful. Like, I had fun, but the singing wasn't good. But
That's
then
okay.
my buddy
We
who took me there showed up crying, laughing because he just like couldn't get over me doing that. And I was like, "Oh, that's where the fuck you've been the whole time. Like, you show up to see me embarrass myself in front of
my
everybody."
friend went up too and they did K-pop Demon Hunters.
Ah, which
And
song? As if I know them.
uh
Was it "Take the Down Down Down"? Take that
no, it was
down.
not Takedown. It was Golden.
I don't know that one.
Gonna
I
be
barely
gonna be
remember "Takedown."
golden.
Man, why is it that the songs that I think are the best ones are the ones that media like? God, like when fucking Encanto came out, I was like, man, the song from what's her name? Lisa, was it? The big bulky girl? I can't remember her name now. It's like escaping me. Like Pressure? That was a way better song than what the fuck we
Oh
were
yeah,
talking about
yeah.
Bruno was. Way better song. I was like, why did that not get like the love it deserved. That song ruled.
Okay, I know the one song I did was "Hanging by a Moment" by Lifehouse.
Hanging by a
Moment
moment.
here with you. There's nothing left to
Louisa. Is that her
lose.
name? Is Louisa her name? I can't remember.
Eloise.
I don't know. Someone has to look it up.
Eloise.
What the fuck is her name now? Shit. Is it Louisa? Maybe it is. And what's the rose petal plant girl's name?
Rosie.
Is it Rosie?
I have no idea.
You know, like the pretty princess one that like feels like she has to be perfect. Is that Louisa? Fuck, I can't remember anybody's names now. I don't fucking know.
Well, anyway, while they do that, thank you all so very much for watching.
No, hang on, I have to look it up. Shut up. Stop. Quit it. So Louisa is
shut up.
Louisa is the older sister with superhuman strength, and then Isabella, you're right, is the one that makes
no plans. Isabella was from Phineas and Ferb.
That's also true. You got it, Hitch. You fucking nailed it. And yeah, Pressure is the best song. Which I don't get, like, how that one wasn't the one that fucking stole everyone's hearts. It's so good. Can you believe that they were gonna not make like action figures of her because they didn't think anybody would sell it? But then, like, when that movie came out, there was such a demand.
Oh, it was huge. Yeah,
because like everybody was like, yeah, we liked it. There's like a muscle girl and like she's like, you know, strong but like vulnerable. Like I was like, why the fuck would
fucking
you
like realistic girl boss?
God, that song rules. It's so good. And the donkeys are in it the whole time. It's so fun. It's such a great, like, it's so emotional but also fun at the same time. But yeah, anyway, yeah, that's all that. All that to say, I should say real quick that before we round out, I just want to see if I agree with your scores because I didn't really get a chance to discuss that. So charisma, am I charismatic, or do you really think
it's a toss up? Yeah, you know. Shut up. Yes, you're charismatic. You know it.
Let's see. Strength as the lowest. Sure. I honestly feel like my intelligence shouldn't be as high as you ranked it. Like, I don't think I'm stupid, but I just think I don't do well with memory. Like,
well, like I said, even the lowest thing would be like at worst average. Nothing was like worse than average.
I would probably flip Constitution and say that or Dex could flip, but I would agree generally for the most part. I think, although I never know. I always question like if charisma really is like my greatest strength or not. Like, because like I just think it's because I'm loud and I talk a lot that people think that. So like I don't know if that's real. And
there's more to it than that. Like charisma isn't just being loud and talking a lot, but like you said before, you have the charismatic strength to go up to like your CEO and actually talk to them like a person, despite everybody else, you know, and the overwhelming stigma of like, I don't want to talk to them, I don't want to ruffle any feathers by accident or anything. I think it takes a very high level of charisma to do that. More than once, you've weaseled things out of me that I wouldn't tell most people just because, like, I don't even know how you do it. We'll just be talking, and then after like a half hour, I'm like, I can't believe I'm telling you this.
There have been times where you're like, you know what, I can't talk about it right now, but just blah. And I'm not even trying, but like all of a sudden,
and he just weasels it out of me anyway.
Danny went with point buy, and Adam rolled his numbers when the DM wasn't watching. I mean, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I'm truthful to a fault. I went with the point buy. I should have rolled.
Yeah.
Oops, all 20s.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I always like I guess in the game of D&D specifically, charisma covers like persuasion and deception. What the fuck? There's like what, 4 things? There's like
persuasion, deception, and some, I think, intimidation, which I hate. I don't think it should.
There's something else in there. I can't remember. But yeah, I always confuse like how much of that is wisdom and how much of that is charisma. So like I'm a child of a lot of trauma, and so like I often think like that has informed a lot of like how I approach people. But I do think like, but I see what you mean, because I think maybe a part of it it's just like, okay, I understand it, so I'm going into this conversation with this person perceiving something, or maybe understanding like maybe where they're coming from, but then like I have to convince them to listen to me. So like maybe that is like what, maybe I'm just
There's a
conflating
strength
but
to it that you have, that like that there's like that missing fear of making a fool of yourself and not wanting to talk to people, because you have that thought of like, well, they don't care what I have to say. If I talk to them, they're just gonna think I'm an idiot or something.
mm,
And I don't want to say a missing of that fear, but like you have a bravery that a lot of people don't have, like a charismatic bravery to talk to people you don't know
interesting.
and learn life stories because you genuinely find them interesting, and they're like, I don't give a shit. Like, I just want to know what they do for a living. I want to know about the mural that lady painted. You know, you
Man,
think
you
I would
reference
have
that at least
talked
like
to her
once.
about that? Fuck no.
You reference that like once, at least
Because
once
it's the
semi-annually.
only thing I've ever seen. It's the only time I've seen that.
I swear, at least once every 6 months, that fucking story comes up.
You're damn right.
I don't even think it's that impressive. That's why like I'm always so
Well, that's,
shocked you talk
yeah,
about it.
it is extremely impressive.
I really don't
And I
see it
think
that way,
that's
and
why
I'm not
you
trying to
don't
humble
see
brag.
that's why you don't see your charisma as high as it is, because for you it's normal, but to us, normal, us normies, us plebeians over here afraid to talk to on the phone,
Fucking
you're like
plebes.
a god to us.
It's so funny to me, dude. That like fucking blows my mind that it blows your mind. That's so funny. I've been saying something to Hitch lately, just to like psych myself up. I'm like, man, the rest of the world needs to get on my level for once.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, it really does.
Yeah, it's like you guys need to follow my fucking suit for a
It
little
is
bit.
a core memory for me. Dude, he doesn't understand, when he was talking to that woman, that's all the rest of the group was talking about, is just staring at him being like, how did he do that? He just walked over to her and said hi, and like she's telling him everything.
It's so funny. I'm just like,
We were all mesmerized.
I remember like something that I don't bring up enough, but I remember turning around like after we all got shuffled through and we're like doing that you guys were just like staring at me for a minute.
Yeah.
I was like,
We couldn't believe it.
it was very like sitcom-y, where like, you know, some character does some big wacky fucking goofy thing, then turns around and is like, what? You know,
That's
like,
exactly what it was.
I literally felt like I turned around and y'all were just like
How did you do
eyebrows
that?
raised. I'm like, what? Like, what are you
You just
talking about?
performed a miracle none of us thought was possible.
Well, all right. You know what? You make a good point, though. I don't mean to like drag this out, but like, you make a good point. So I can accept that. Like, I guess I don't always think of it that way. As like what's normal to me isn't normal to you.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I guess I don't think of it that way. But I like I said, I guess I always conflated like how much of that is charismatic and how much of that is like wise. You know, and I'm sure they dovetail
I
together a
think,
bit.
well,
Like,
I think the wisdom comes from like being able to look at a person and be like, they have a story I want to hear. Charisma is going up to them and asking.
sure, I could see that. Okay.
Yeah.
And I accept. I just wanted to make sure, because like I always wondered, as like, is that really what it is, or is that just what it looks like to people? And so like
I
I
think the
guess I have
difference
it.
between having charisma and not is people watching versus talking to people.
Huh?
You know what people watching is?
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. So like if
Yeah.
it were me, I would be looking at somebody and being like, wow, I bet you they have a story to tell. You can kind of tell that they have like a rough past, or like they're dressed in, you know, very loud clothing. You're like, I bet you they're fun to talk to or whatever. And that's where I would end it. But you have the
Mm,
charisma to then go up and talk to them and piece out what, you know, what's cool about them and talk to them about it and
I see.
compliment them to their face.
I gotcha. Um, Dixon says it's like when the goofy guy suddenly turns and starts having a conversation in 3 different languages that nobody knew they knew.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
He spoke in
yeah,
extrovert and it was fucking weird. I thought he was
Yeah.
possessed.
Man, that's so funny. Anyway, I didn't mean to drag that out about me for so long. It
No,
just felt like
no, not at
we
all,
haven't
dude.
really
You're half
talked
of the
about
show.
that.
You're allowed to
Yeah,
make it about you.
like we haven't really like talked like that deeply about that before. Like so
Yeah.
like as you brought it up, and like no one at work knows me well enough. Although I guess I would argue that Hitch is getting like a more deeper dive being a roommate, but the people who I did this exercise with, I don't think they also rated my charisma high because like I'm just more outgoing. But that's why I was like, do they just think charisma is just being an outgoing person? And like, I don't always think of it that way.
This is why I like
So
doing this with people, is because
yeah,
it's a great way to just like see how
deconstruct
people
yourself.
view you
Yeah,
and what you give off as a person. And it gives them a chance to explain why they feel the way they do.
yeah,
Like you said, you didn't think I had thought that deeply about it, but like I have my reasons.
yeah. I mean, which is good. Like I think like 20 some minutes ago, I think we addressed that too. Like we probably more than 20 minutes ago about how you don't know how people perceive you. You don't know what
Mm-hmm.
people are thinking. Like when my director paid me that
Oh,
compliment,
dude,
like
20 minutes ago. It was like an hour and 20 minutes
yeah,
ago.
that was about an hour ago. Man, this is what happens when we don't record for like 2.5 weeks. Fucking, we go so
Sorry,
long.
guys. Well, look, we
Jesus
got to
Christ.
the question eventually. It only took us an hour.
Jesus fuck. Dixon says charisma is force of personality. You have a
Yes.
huge personality.
Yeah.
For better or
No,
for
I
worse,
think that's
guess.
good. Well, like the fact that you can get people to do what you want them to do, and I don't mean that in a manipulative way, but like in a you give people the bravery to do things they wouldn't normally. Like when we first met with the DDR. I don't play DDR. I'm not. Strength and Dex are tied for last.
Yeah.
But you got me up there. I was thinking of you when I did the karaoke at the wedding.
Oh,
I could
really?
hear you in the back of my mind just being like, fucking go for it. Because I wanted to do it, but I was
Yeah.
scared. And I was like, I don't think I could sing. And everybody's always told me my whole life I can't sing. But then I heard you in the back of my mind just saying, like, go fuck. Who cares? Go for it. So I
Oh yeah,
did.
brother.
And you know what? Everybody said I did a pretty good job.
And did you have fun?
I did have fun. I had enough
That's
fun. I did a
great.
second song.
Fuck yeah. What was the second one again?
I don't remember, but the first one was Lifehouse something.
Lifehouse, which is such a good 90s jam. That early aughts. It's like in that ballpark.
They were both from that like time
Yeah,
period.
hanging by a moment. Was it Blink 182?
Oh,
Or did
actually,
you sing...
was it Three Doors Down? It might have been Three Doors Down.
Oh, was that Kryptonite? Did you sing Kryptonite?
No, it wasn't Kryptonite. I did Hanging by a Moment by Lifehouse.
I know some
Did
other Three
I
Doors
might have
Down songs.
done Here Without You.
Oh, Here Without You, baby. That's a
But
good
you're
one.
still on my
Oh, that's a
lonely
good one.
mind.
Shit,
I love
forgot how
that
much I like
song.
Three Doors Down. I gotta add that to my
I
playlist.
love Three Doors Down. Away
Can I
from the
tell you-
Sun is one of my favorite songs.
Can I tell you a song that I just like blessed Hitch's ears with the other day?
What song?
United States of Whatever.
Oh,
Do you remember that song?
I do.
And it's only like 1:31 seconds.
It's so
long.
good.
And it's just a guy talking and then going, whatever.
Whatever. Did you show Hitch the Mermaid song or King when I'm King?
No, I didn't show When I'm King. I will. Mermaid Song is on the agenda though. I haven't done
Mermaid
it.
song is a
It's
banger.
a beautiful song. Speaking of Hitch, for the record, I would also rank charisma as number one, and it's because of your ability to have emotionally intelligent conversations with people, which I guess aligns
That's
with
fair.
what you were saying.
That's what we do every week.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thanks. It's good to know. It's nice to know how people see you. Anyway, yeah, why don't we wrap this up before we hit 2 hours? Because we were going to wrap this up like 20 minutes ago.
We're at 2 hours and 1 minute.
On the stream we are, but 16 minutes of that is just like intro music playing.
True, which
On the
is great.
Zencaster time clock, we're at an hour 45 or hour 46.
Let's wrap it up quickly and get out of here.
Yeah. So, hey, everybody. First of all, let's just get to the meat and potatoes of how you can support us before we get to the final message. First of all, thank you for everybody who jumped in and chatted on the stream. That really like means a lot to see that and to have things
Really
to interact
appreciate
with.
you.
So
It's so much more
that
fun with people.
and I know we don't like plan it out. We try to do it every Friday when we can, but sometimes life gets in the way. So maybe one day we'll have a regular schedule. but we appreciate it when you see it, you jump in. Dixon blames himself for extending it. Actually, I'm really glad that you did. I'm really happy
Yeah,
that you were here.
actually, Dixon, thank you for extending it.
Yeah, honestly, it was great because Danny and I haven't gotten to record in a few
Hmm.
days, so or a
And we
few
haven't
weeks.
gotten to see you in a little bit. It's always
It's
good to
true.
talk to you guys.
So yeah, and I know last time you couldn't get into the stream for some reason, or at least comment. So like, I'm glad that you were able to do that.
Hmm.
So thank you. And then but also like thank you for doing that. But if there's any questions when you guys are in the stream that you want to ask, or
Yeah,
if you have
feel
any
free.
questions for how the streams go, please let us know. And then of course for the listeners, if you want to submit questions, you can do them on the YouTube channel now. So if you're listening to these on the internet and you just want to go onto a random episode and say, hey, answer this question, that'd be great. Make sure you at us, even though it's on our channel. We might not always see it right away, so just add us so that like it'll give us a notification. And of course, if you go on our website, funinstallersnetwork.biz, you can leave it there. But also, I'm in the process of building our Etsy store. We do have a new shirt up right now. It is the bucket shirt. Apparently, there are people at my place of employment that thought that was really funny and said you should do bucket next. And so I did bucket. I'm still working on some of the other extra color designs and things. But right now we have what color is my shirt. I've gotten a lot of compliments on my orange shirt. Hitch has worn purple shirt and has gotten compliments. One guy even said that shirt is very accurate, which was really exciting. And people get really stoked when they see your shirt and they go, ah. So I guarantee it'll be a fun little conversation piece. So if you want to support the show, that would be one way to do it. So they're $20 on the store. That was like the lowest I could put it, where we would still make like an okay profit of like $3 or $4. So like, hey, that's, I still appreciate it if you like it. And then of course, Bucket is key. Please go check out Bucket and tell me if you think that's stupid. And if you
It's very stupid, but in the
if you
best
think
way.
it's stupid in a fun way, like Danny said, then please go buy it, because I just want to share, long before Justin and I like really embellished our friendship, like everybody knows the saga by now, but there was a point where Justin and I, way back when, we're going to write a story called Scary Tales, and it was essentially a spin-off of Supernatural. And my character was based off me, named Sean Wesson, and his character was named Dan Smith. And we were gonna be like the Smith and Wesson boys, and it was very funny, based off a supernatural thing. And when we wrote our concept art, he said, because Justin was the one that drew, he said, what do you want to be on your shirt? And I was like, I don't know, man, Bucket. and so at first it was just BUCK-IT, and then he had a bucket on it. I was like, dude, you just have it just like Bucket. And so he's like, all right. And so it's just this really old concept pencil sketch of a guy that looked like me wearing a bucket shirt has never left my brain. And I just thought, one day I'm gonna make that fucking shirt, and I'm gonna I hope someone will think that's fun. And so like, if anybody buys the bucket shirt, that would like give me so much joy to see people wearing a shirt that just says Bucket on it. So that's why it's shirt. There. It has a deep backstory that has just been with me for probably since, that was probably like 2000 and like, I don't know, 12 or 13. So it's been around for over a fucking decade in my brain, that like I've always wanted to make this shirt, and I finally feel courageous enough to do it. And if people like shirt, then we're gonna make hoe, and we're gonna make dirty hoe, and then we'll do hose, and then we'll do hammer, whatever, I don't know. But please go check those out. Those are a great way not only to help the store get some more traction, and that is at etsy.com/funinstallersnetwork. Go check that out. Eventually we'll integrate it into the website, but like, it's become more of a process. So right now I'm just focused on building the store, and I'll put it into our main page later. So Fun Installers Network off of Etsy, please check it out. Yeah, there's other ways to do, of course, the Ko-Fi and stuff, but like, I think It would be really cool to know that people will have those shirts and that they like them. So anyway, and if you have other shirt ideas you would like to see, we have some already kind of in the burner, but if you have other things that you'd like to check out or that you have suggestions, please let us know. Yes, Garden Implements for the win. That would really mean a lot to us as well. So we want to make things that people want to see that feels like it's us, but also relatable enough to an audience of people that might not know who we are yet. So that's kind of, we're trying to find a nice niche of that.
We're trying to find like-minded people who like just stupid shit.
Like stupid, silly shit.
Yeah.
So
add some whimsy to your life. Bucket.
So the dream, that's right, exactly. When life hands you lemons, bucket. You know, I can't stress enough how important bucket is. So yeah, so Danny, do you want to say anything else before I do the outro?
Yeah, I just have a little thing. Mbaluga and I have been playing a lot of Archipelago lately, and for those that don't know, it's basically just a new way to play different games, right? But she's been playing Stardew Valley, and a different shirt idea I've had because of something I've seen there. You can find progressive items. So whenever you have something that you can upgrade, progressive items mean you find the base version and then you find the upgrades after that. No matter what order you technically find them in, you always get it in the order of the upgrades. So we always find her the progressive hoe, and I love the idea of progressive hoe.
Progressive hoe?
Progressive hoe.
Hitch, get on it. Hitch, get on it. Make it like
I need my progressive hoe.
Make it like a rainbow hoe. What does a progressive hoe look like? I don't know, but we'll figure it out.
We'll come back to you next week. We'll figure it out.
I'll have my person reach out to you.
Yeah, we'll have our design Hitch work on it.
Yeah. You'll have to message Hitch and say, like, here's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, Hitch, I need a progressive hoe.
Progressive hoe. It's so funny. It's like a hoe on wheels or some shit. It's just moving forward. It looks like a scooter. It looks like a Segway. You're just standing on it. Just...
I'd like to picture a hoe that as it tills the ground is just rainbow colored.
Oh, that's fun too. Yeah. That's good. You know what, Hitch? I believe in you. Hitch says consider it.
The image of each level and then progressive hoe. Yes, absolutely.
It's so funny. Oh my god.
But it's great because it says you sent somebody. So it always says, I sent Beluga a progressive hoe. And I just love that sentence.
Yep. Yeah, the little commentary.
It's so good.
There was a girl I was dating.
Have this progressive hoe.
There was a girl I was dating once that like we played this game to like bond, like Stardew Valley, and I walked up to her while she was laying in the bed, and I handed her a stick, and it just says, "Adam offers you his stick."
I love shit like
so
that.
Proud of myself.
I love shit like that. Anyway, we've kept you all here long enough. Adam, have we hit the 2-hour mark yet?
Yeah, we're at 6 minutes till, so we're okay.
Okay,
so...
good. So I just got to waste a little bit more time.
It's a dream come true. Tell them that.
Yes, everybody, it is, in fact, believe it or not, surprise, shock to all, a dream come true. And it really is. I appreciate each and every one of you, whether or not you spoke in the chat, but I absolutely love everybody who did come in the chat. Thank you all so much for making this so much fun. So many laughs today. It was actually just what I needed.
Same, dude.
And this is just, it's a dream come true. I mean, I get to come on here and just bullshit with my friends for 2 fucking hours. It's great. And like, it doesn't feel like 2 hours. Do you realize how hard it is to get me to do shit like this for 2 fucking hours? But because of you all, it is an absolute pleasure and I love it. And yes, right. Hitch coming in clutch. Please, people, just maybe don't be a piece of shit this year.
Don't be a dick. Don't be a piece of
don't
shit.
Don't be a dick. Don't be a piece of shit.
No, also, don't be a dick is very true. That was on my idea for making a shirt. Don't be a dick was the original Fun Installer slogan, and it still is #1 in the server now.
Don't be a dick. An 8 equals D this year.
That's true. And try not to be a piece of shit this year. Because Danny, I went back and listened to that episode, and what you actually said was try not to be a big piece of shit this year. Is what you said.
Try not to be a big piece of shit this year.
So we're trimming it to don't be a dick, try not to be a piece of shit this year. So yes, please, for the love of all things
Look, I'm
sacred,
only
don't be.
giving you this challenge because I know you can do it.
You can
I know
absolutely
you
do
can do
it.
it. I believe in you.
I believe.
You can be the best version of yourself. The version of you that's not a piece of shit this year.
You can be the non-dick.
You can be the not dick. You can be the
You can.
vagina. The
You
not
can
dick.
be rich. You can be. Don't get me started. Don't make me say words that people will hate. Don't do that. It's, the sticker is on my. Which one? Don't be a dick. Do I have a "Don't be a dick" sticker and I forgot about it? Shit.
Okay, we gotta stop. We gotta go.
Damn it. Fuck. Oh man, I gotta go back and look
Goodbye,
at the old.
everybody.
Jesus Christ.
Wait,
Love you guys.
we'll wait another minute for Dixon to answer. But then
Don't be a
we gotta go. We have to let the
We
people
have
get back
to.
to their lives. We're starting to be pieces of shit. I don't like it.
You know, some people stream for like 7 hours, by the
Oh,
way.
dude, it's awesome. I don't know how people do it, but it is cool.
It got censored.
It got
What, the
censored.
sticker did?
Oh,
That makes sense. That sounds about right. Although I have one that says "No
Get
people"
shit.
messes that I'm pretty proud of, that I thought about bringing back. I have a mug that says that, and I'm so proud of it.
Oh man.
Yeah, all right. Listen, everybody, we're gonna get going. If you would like to see us just do other stuff outside of the show too, please come and subscribe to the That's Our Q channel on YouTube. And then
Wanna watch
maybe
us
we
play
can do
video
some
games and
stuff,
shit? I like video games and shit.
or just
I'll do
shoot the
that.
breeze, and it's
Or
just like
shoot
a
the
little
breeze.
special thing for the stream. And of course, for the listeners, if you watch the stream and you listen to us afterwards, that's fucking dope as hell. That's really cool.
You're a
and thank
real
you for
G.
doing that. But if you're also just been a long time listener, that's like it's super important. I see the numbers are still there. So
If you're
thank
that
you for
one
doing that as
person in
well.
Papua New Guinea,
We have
fucking
one
A.
person in
You
Papua
are
New
the
Guinea
best.
to our
I
podcast. That's
absolutely
fucking
love you. You
incredible.
are the best.
I don't know what the time difference is, but please try to get on the stream sometime because that's fucking
Oh, I will
awesome.
absolutely. Yeah, you get front row seat.
Oh my god, that's incredible. All right, everybody, take care of your mind, take care of your heart, take care of each other, and once more, for the love of all things sacred, don't be a dick and try. Just really, really try.
So hard.
So fucking